Hey. Welcome to Money Monday. Let me make sure my volume is up here. Come on in. Tonight for Money Monday, we are talking about winning the lottery will not save you. And this is applying to many other things, lump sums of money, but we're going to cover that tonight. And I'm going to give you guys some context into why that's our topic for tonight, kind of give you an idea where it came from, and then, of course, give you some concrete steps that you want to focus on right now, just in case you never win the lottery. So come on in. We're going to give folks another minute or so to hop on, and then we will be getting started. All right. Give them about another minute or so, and then we'll get started. And make sure you have your pen and paper so you can be jotting notes as usual tonight so that you can take these steps down. Hey, Candy. Welcome to Money Monday. Let me adjust some things here. My dogs are in, so hopefully you guys can't hear them. Let's see who else we have here. All right. Okay, it's time. Let's get started. So, most people, they are waiting for this magical lump sum to come before they start focusing on whatever, right? And I really wanted to tell you guys that winning the lottery will not save you. So there are two things that went into this topic tonight. The first thing was I had a conversation with somebody last year, and this person got a really good job. I said, listen, let me manage your money for a year. I said, you will be able to see everything. You'll have access to anything. I'll create your budget for you. I'll tell you like what you need to pay when. I'll pay your bills for you using your money, all of this. And the person said to me, oh, I don't make enough money to do that. Okay. And it got me thinking like, And then I saw a video earlier this week. It had to be Sunday or last week. Where a man was calling into a financial radio station or a podcast or something, and he had won the lottery, $1 million, probably about 6 or 8 years ago, and he was saying that he didn't have any of the money left. And so that's common with lottery winners, right? And that's why I titled tonight's Money Monday, Winning the Lottery Won't Save You. I think a lot of people are waiting. They're waiting mentally, they're waiting emotionally, they're waiting financially for a big windfall of money. And the truth of the matter is it's not going to save you. Okay. It's not going to be, you're not going to have enough. Let me read my notes. Most people think they don't have enough to start a budget. They don't have enough to save. They don't have enough to invest. They don't have enough to travel. They don't have enough to open a business. They don't have enough to fill in the blank. Right. And so consequently what they do is they wait. So they wait to manage their money. They wait to buy a house. They wait to get a new car because they are hoping and waiting for this windfall that may potentially never come, right? And then when you think of it from the other aspect of people who have actually won the lottery says about 70% of people who win the lottery lose their money within a few years. A few years can be anything 2 or more years. So like the guy I told you earlier who called into the podcast, it had been, I think, 8 years for him, and he blew through $1 million. He didn't have a home. He had bought a new car, and then, hey, Sharita, welcome to Money Monday. But he hadn't paid off like a student loan. And it was just kind of sad to hear when he was breaking down where the money went. So do not wait for this fictional win that will never come, may never come. People win the lottery every day, right? But you can't wait to win the lottery thinking that it's going to save you. It's going to help you do this. It's going to help you do that, because it's not. Okay. There are things you need to do to maintain where you are and to elevate. And that starts before you win the lottery, or before you get a lump sum, or before you get an inheritance, or before you get an insurance payout, or before you get that bonus, right? So let's talk about those things. Even where you are right now, The first thing you need to do is have a budget, right? You need to have a budget that works for you, that you're routinely using. That's going to be your foundation to help you on this journey. I don't care if you're making $10,000 a year, if you're making $100,000 a year, if you're making $1 million a year, you need a budget. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is discipline. We talked about discipline a couple months ago on Money Monday, but you need the financial discipline that it takes to control your spending, to pay your bills on time, to know how to manage your money, to know what your investment style is, how adverse you are to risk. You need the discipline to know, okay, this is a long game that I'm playing with these stocks, so let me just calm down. You need the discipline to know, okay, I have to think about my life 5 years from now, so I can't ruin my credit now because it's going to be very difficult to clean up later, right? And that all comes from having discipline. So that's something that you can focus on right now that's going to help build your financial muscles. The next thing you need is resilience that comes from obstacles. So think about this in terms of like a kid. When you're a kid, you may mess up $10. If you're a teenager, you may mess up, $100, $200, $300. If you're an adult, maybe you've messed up or lost $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, however much, right? Maybe you had a bad deal, a bad loan. Maybe you had an accident, didn't have insurance. Whatever it was, you had a screw up that cost you money, and that helped you build resilience. Now, just think if you don't have the discipline and you don't have the resilience and you don't have your budget, and then you win $20 million, what that's going to look like for you, right? In addition to having all these people come out the woodwork wanting money, you're not going to have the resilience that you need to be able to manage that money. So you need to start building that resilience now so that if and when that time comes, you won't be in a terrible situation and you won't be in that 70% of people who go flat broke when they win the lottery. The next thing that you can do right now to help save yourself is money goals. How are you going to accomplish those goals? Maybe you're using SMART goals. Maybe you have an accountability partner. Maybe you have a coach. Maybe you have a financial advisor. You need someone that's going to help you reach those goals so that you can start doing what you want to do financially, right? So let me give you an example. 5 years ago, we moved to Dallas. I've talked about this before. I knew that when we moved to Dallas, I wanted to pay off a lot of our debts, right? So that was one of my goals. And that's what my husband and I worked towards for 5 years. After that 5 years, we were able to buy a home because we had this goal that we were working towards to set us up in the 5 years in the future, right? 5 years ago in 2018, nobody knew what the next 5 years would look like. Nobody knew we would be in a pandemic. Nobody knew that we would be shut down. All of these factors, right? But you have to have goals that you're working towards so that when the next 5 years come, when it's 2028, you're not in the same situation that you were in. The fifth thing that you can do is start where you are and use what you have. Like I said earlier, people are waiting for this time to come, right? They're waiting for a lottery win. They're waiting for, whatever. And that's not going to help you. If you don't have a strong budget now, you're not going to have a strong budget if you win the lottery. So winning the lottery is not going to save you. If you can't manage $10,000, you can't manage $10 million, period. It's not the money that makes the impact. It's the discipline. And then 6 is get control of your spending, right? Especially with Black Friday being in 5 days. Christmas being next month, people tend to overspend at this time of the year. You guys, get control of your spending so that your spending aligns with the type of life that you want to live. Okay, so stop waiting to make more money. Stop waiting for the bonus. Stop waiting till you finish your degree. Stop thinking that, when the next Powerball comes out, I'm going to win the Powerball or I'm going to win the lottery. Start where you are. Use what you have, get a budget, work on your discipline, work on being resilient and learning from those money mistakes, get some money goals, start where you are and get control of your spending. Okay, that's what you can do right now. That's it. That's all. Let's do a recap of our 90-day money sprint. So if you remember back at the end of October, we started this 90-day money sprint and I gave you some concrete things that you could do for the next 90 days to set yourself up strong for 2024. Set yourself up financially strong for 2024. So hopefully you've reviewed your 2023 money goals and you know where you stand on those. Hopefully you successfully completed at least one money challenge where you did a week of no spending, or maybe you didn't eat any fast food and you have a few $100s or a few $1,000s, however much you're working with, from that money challenge. So hopefully you've done that. Thanksgiving is here. So I gave you guys tips for Thanksgiving. We're going to start cooking in a few days. So hopefully you're ready for that. And then now we got to start prepping for Christmas. So Black Friday, make sure you have your list together. Make sure you have your budget. Make sure you're looking at those ads to figure out who's going to have what when. Most resellers are having sales online now. So you don't have to go to the store on Thanksgiving at 3 o'clock and fight those crazy crowds. Figure out who has what that you need. And then lastly, this is a great time to buy some of those things that you need, right? So if you need a new TV, consider buying that now. If you need new electronics, whatever it is, if you need Christmas gifts, buy those things now while they are deeply discounted. But keep in mind, stay within your budget, have your list, and only buy it if you can buy it twice, right? If you have a TV and if you need a TV and you have to dip into your emergency fund, that's not an emergency. It's not worth it. Okay. So keep those things in mind, for Black Friday, shopping. And that's all. I love you guys. Thanks for joining. I hope you have a safe and grateful Thanksgiving with your families. That's it. I will see you guys next week. Have a good night. Bye.